Morning, guys. Today is Thursday, May 26th, and I figured some of you might have some questions about this intermittent fasting that I started doing, and why not? What better way to explain it than to actually show you what I eat, on average anyway, on a daily basis, and how I eat it, and the time of the day I eat it, and all that other stuff. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about the theory behind intermittent fasting. There's a gentleman I follow on YouTube. He's actually from Toronto, Ontario. His whole take on it is basically human beings are are not as evolved as we think we are. In saying that, his thought is that millions of years ago, men walked the earth, women too, and we got up after our sleep. We didn't have a bowl of cereal out on a table, or toast cooking in the toaster, or eggs frying in a pan, or we didn't have that kind of stuff. We had to forage for our food. We had to go out and get it. And whether that meant hunting an animal so we can eat it, or gathering berries, or gathering, whatnot to feed ourselves, we had to do those things before we could actually eat. So the theory behind that is, because we start out our day fasting, that our body burns off any unused calories that were left from the day before, in order to do that. And then not only that, it forces our bodies to produce hormones like testosterone and things like that, to help us build muscle and all those things, because we need it in order to hunt and fish and gather our berries. Another part of that theory is, because you're walking around on a light stomach, you have a little more energy, you're not so sluggish, you don't feel tired. I don't know about you guys, but when I have a big breakfast or any big meal, I tend to get really sluggish feeling and tired after. Maybe it's because I'm getting older, I don't know. But, have a big meal, sit down, and you get tired. So I started this process over a month ago now. I've lost probably close to 10 pounds or more doing it. I haven't weighed in yet this week. I usually weigh in Friday mornings, because Fridays I have my cheat meals, and I kind of cheat on the whole fasting thing and even have breakfast that day. So I'll be weighing in tomorrow, but for the most part, I would guess I probably lost a pound or so since last Friday, which would probably put me at my goal weight, which I've been aiming for, which was 170 pounds. And then from there, I set a new goal, and we see what happens. But for now, that'll be it, I guess. I'll show you guys. Next clip you'll see will be of my morning snack, which is a very light, I guess you can call it, meal. And then after that, you'll see the rest throughout the day. So anyways, stay tuned. Oh, it's recording. Okay, so anyway, I forgot to film it. Apparently I'm not very good at vlogging everything. But anyhow, my first meal, more of a snack, was at 10 o'clock this morning, and I had an apple. Not a very big apple, but it was an apple. And that's basically what I do every day. I usually get up around 7 or 8, I usually get up around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And because my work shifts usually start at about 8 o'clock. So if I get up at 7, for example, I will get ready for work and whatnot and report for duty at 8 o'clock. And then I start off my day doing whatever I have to do for work. And I don't eat anything until 10 in the morning, which is usually always an apple. After 10, I don't touch anything else till like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So the next clip you're going to see is going to be what I eat for lunch. And yeah, basically this morning I was really hungry. I woke up hungry. My stomach's been grumbling for hours. I'm not saying this is an easy thing to do, but it's definitely rewarding. Week after week, I see changes. So it's pretty encouraging to see those changes and not have to, stress about, not that it's worth stressing about, but getting upset with the fact that you're doing all this exercise, you're running, you're jogging, you're doing weights, you're doing whatever, and you don't see the results. With this, doing the snacking that I do and the fasting period, I do see the results. So anyway, that'll be the next clip. Gonna be lunch, so to speak, and we'll go from there. All right, it's time for my first meal. It is 12:04 in the afternoon, and I'm starving. So this is what we're gonna have today. It's leftovers from supper last night. We got some baked potatoes from the barbecue, some cauliflower, and a pork chop. That's what I'm gonna have. Like I said earlier, usually I would eat like a sandwich or something that was cooked up or made up by the cook in Ova, but usually what I'll have, doors hitting me here. Normally what I would have is a sandwich, some raw veggies like carrots and carrots and like celery or something, and then a fruit, maybe some grapes or whatever. But because I'm home, I'm eating this. And as far as seasonings go, I'm just using Diana's gourmet rib and chicken sauce because need a little bit of flavoring. It's good. It's get some fiber, get some carbs, get some protein. It's good stuff, and it's filling. When I eat like this, I don't find like I'm like, aside from the fasting part, I'm not really feeling like I'm dieting. Because some days I might not eat much, and then for supper I'll have like poutine and a burger or something, or whatever. Have For the most part, I eat healthy though. Like, I'm not saying go out and eat poutine every day of the week. I'm just saying in moderation, you can still eat those little meals occasionally and still see results. So it's really not that bad at all. No. I'm not sure if I explained this to you guys already. I think I did in a previous video, but you know, the fasting window. Basically, I'll start eating my main meals. Like, I'll have some like that apple at 10 o'clock, but I don't really eat anything substantial till noon. And I'll eat from noon until 8 o'clock at night. Usually every 2 hours, sometimes more frequently. After 8 o'clock at night, I don't eat anything else. And until the next day at 10 o'clock when I have that apple, and then I have another meal at noon. So it's basically like a 16-hour window, 14-hour window where you don't eat much, but so you do feel hungry, your stomach does grumble, but then you reward yourself with pork chops and potatoes. Like, how hard is that? I enjoy it. Hey guys, it is almost 2 o'clock. That's probably backwards for you guys, but anyway. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's time for another snack. So, I'm going to have a little bit of raspberries and probably some rice cakes, if there's any. A couple of rice cakes with some good old smooth Kraft peanut butter. And that's going to be my snack. So, like I might have told some of you guys before, with my all my bowel surgeries and the lack of a colon and all that stuff, I have a bit of a sodium potassium deficiency, which means that I can basically eat as much sodium as I want because my body lacks the ability to absorb it properly. So I bought some butter popcorn crispy minis. There's some sodium in that. Well, 45 milligrams of sodium. And I add salt to most of my foods now, as well as occasionally I'll even take electrolyte packets and mix it into my bottles of water so that I get potassium and sodium and all the other electrolytes that I need to survive without getting dehydrated when I sweat and things like that, especially. So a little bit of creamy peanut butter on my rice cakes, and it's a good little snack. I'll probably have 2, since it's a nice roundabout number. But I actually really enjoy these. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of saltiness, and what's also very good is the caramel flavored ones. You get the caramel flavored ones with the peanut butter. It's fantastic. So it's another something you can try out if you're interested. Gives you some carbs, gives you some protein. There's 35 calories in one of these cakes. 0 fat. Mind you, I added some fat with the peanut butter there. Probably have about 8 grams of fat just here. Like I said, 45 milligrams of sodium, 7 grams of carbs, 0 fiber, 0 sugar, about 1 gram of protein in the rice, and then you get about a gram of protein, 3 grams of protein for a serving of a tablespoon of peanut butter. So, you know, it's a nice light snack, and it'll fill you up for the next little bit. About 3:50 in the afternoon, I had a banana. Forgot to log it, because again, my memory's not that good. So, 1 banana, 3:50, and now it's almost 4:30. Julie likes to eat supper really early, apparently. But we got hamburger with pickles, ketchup, mustard, relish, and some fake cheese with a coleslaw. So, I have a confession to make. I had 2 burgers. 2 burgers. It was good, so I had 2. And it's still early in the night, so I still got 3 hours of beating to do. So, probably gonna have a smoothie later. Maybe cover up my hair. It's looking pretty shady. Okay, it is 7:45, and I'm making my last meal of the day. So, first off, I got my blender, which I'm hoping to trade up for another Magic Bullet, because my other one's an Oba. But I got a cup of almond milk here, with like a handful of spinach, frozen spinach, and I'm gonna add my magical mixer. So I take 4 small tablespoons of oatmeal, just like this. I lost count. Let's say that was 3. And then a tablespoon of my hemp seeds. Julie's hiding in the background. Say hi, Julie.
No.
Julie's eating croton.
It's better than this stuff.
No, this stuff is good. Anyways, and my flaxseed. Yoink. And I'm gonna put 1 whole banana. Now I take my bananas and I peel them, and then I freeze them. This way they're easier to put in, and the fact that they're frozen actually makes the smoothie a little thicker. So you can almost kind of eat it like an ice cream, which is kind of cool. So 1 whole banana. Then I put in a mix of berries. This is just frozen strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries. Now I mix it up. Sometimes I put cherries in there. And I just kind of eyeball this stuff. Like, I don't know. I've made a few now, so I kind of have it down to a science. But I make it whatever. And then I take this, probably a tablespoon worth of peanut butter, because peanut butter tastes good on everything. I would eat this on steak. Joking, but maybe not joking. And then mixing time. Here it is. Another smoothie. Made a little too much, so I'm going to share with Julie. She's going to drink it because she loves me. So, that was a full day of eating. That's a typical, like, ideal day. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes I have to eat other types of food just for availability purposes because I'm in the camps, but that's basically how it rolls. So if you have any questions, shoot me a message. I'm not like an expert by any means, but that's just my experience, and I find it even good for you know, because of my bowel issues. It allows me to be more productive during the earlier part of my day, because I'm not having to run to empty out my pouch or anything like that. So it's good. If you hope you like the video, and don't forget to like and share. Have a good day. See you later.